Hello and welcome. This is Jasur from JRN Firm. As most of you know, we are a corporate legal consultancy offering company formation, structuring, offshore, onshore bank accounts for global clients and specialized licensed as well. If you'd like to know about our services more, please visit our website, which is on the screen. And you want to work with us, go ahead and send an email or book a call with me. Now on this video, I want to talk about running your Hong Kong company from mainland China without breaking any Chinese laws, visa policies. This question usually comes from students or let's say family visa holders or even sometimes work permit holders who are working in China. But as you know, in China, work permit holders are only allowed to work for the sponsoring company. Okay, whichever company sponsors your work permit, you have the right to work for this company only. In the case of students, then they're not allowed to work at all. Family visa holders, dependent visa holders, same thing. They're not allowed to work in China legally. So therefore, they ask, okay, can I establish a company in Hong Kong, which we talked about a lot actually in different videos. And then they say, I want to run this company, but is it really legal to do so? Because I heard that, some Chinese people say, or some even like foreigners, my friends say that I cannot work. Okay, even I cannot run my foreign company, specifically this Hong Kong company. My response, our company's response to this has always been so. Imagine it's not Hong Kong. Imagine, just for argument's sake, just for illustration purposes, imagine before you even go to China with any type of visa, imagine, just for illustration purposes, you had a company elsewhere, okay, in your home country. Let's say you come from the US. Now you had a company there in the US. Now, you're going to China, Chinese visa authorities or Chinese embassy, they don't ask you to liquidate or close your US company. You keep your US company as it is. That is perfectly fine. That is natural, right? Why would you close your company just to move to China? With student visa, family visa holder, dependent visa, or even like with work permit, then they don't ask you to shut it down, right? So you can go to China, do your thing, work for this company. If any company is sponsoring your work visa, there are many English teachers, for example, from Britain, from Canada, all these English speaking countries, they come to China and they work for different schools or universities teaching English. Now, at the same time, like I mentioned, they cannot work for any other company. But there is no law whatsoever, nothing, like really zero policy that restricts people working in Chinese companies to have a company elsewhere. There's no law or policy like that, nothing. You can have your company in the US, keep it running, no problem. And this US company can even like pay you to your US accounts or some other accounts. Now, this is the very important element here. Okay. As I mentioned, your Chinese visa work permit is attached to this sponsoring company only. It means, from legal perspective, this sponsoring company is the only company that can pay you a salary. That's it. This is the end of it. Meaning you cannot be receiving different salaries, even from foreign companies, to your China account. But your US company, as I mentioned, it can keep paying you salary or dividends or whatever outside of China. In this instance, better to make it in the US. Why? Because again, you might complicate your tax situation if you receive salary, let's say outside the US, in Dubai or somewhere else, I don't know. So better to keep things very straightforward and simple. Receive your salary in the US or dividends in the US. In China, you are not allowed to receive salary from different companies other than the company which is sponsoring your work permit. Same situation, 100%, million and billion percent applies in the case of dependent visa holders or student visa holders in China. Hong Kong, just like the US in this scenario, it doesn't matter. Hong Kong belongs to China politically, like special administrative region. It really doesn't matter because legally speaking, Hong Kong is a separate jurisdiction. You opening a Hong Kong company as if it's equal to the situation as if you're opening a company outside of China, anywhere. It 100% equals to any foreign company from legal perspective. Your Hong Kong company is treated as a foreign company in China. No Chinese policy restricts you from owning and running your foreign company, including Hong Kong company, while you're in China. There's no policy like that. But I remember, just for the sake of comparison, I remember a while ago, a few years ago actually, after the pandemic specifically, Indonesia came up with such weird, bizarre restriction. If you're holding some sort of visas there, like there are different types of visas for Indonesia, Bali specifically, which allow you to live in Bali, but it does not allow you to run even your foreign company. The law policy specifically says that you cannot be working or engaging any work activities, even for foreign companies, while you are in Bali. But China policies are different. Chinese policies do not say that. You can have your multiple companies, like I said, in many foreign countries, as long as you're not getting salary from them inside China. That's it. Why? Because in order to get salary inside China, you have to have work permit sponsored by that company. Naturally, foreign company cannot give you, like foreign entity without having any subsidiary in China, they cannot sponsor your work visa. So naturally, obviously, your salary can only come from China registered company which sponsors your work permit. That's it. I think this clears out now. So don't worry about it. If you're a student, even your international office, even your like university staff, some of the teachers, they don't have any clue. Because I talked to many of them, we talked to the immigration, etc. Most of the local people, they don't have any clue about these elements. Yes, sometimes they might tell you, oh, you should not work, you're not allowed to work while holding a student visa, which is true, but only in the case of Chinese context, like meaning you cannot work in China while holding a student visa. This is what they mean. So as you can see in this situation, having a Hong Kong company is not going to break any Chinese visa policies, so you can go ahead and start a Hong Kong company, or you can contact us if you would like to start a company anywhere else. For example, if you're a foreigner, we can help you start a company in the US, UK, for example, Singapore, or any other jurisdictions outside of China while you are in China with a visa, a type of visa that does not allow you to work or run a company. Okay. But yeah, like first and foremost option is actually if you are ready and you qualify to switch to Chinese work permit sponsored by your own China company, then the best option would be to start a company in China and let your company sponsor your visa, and then you immediately you are expected to switch to its visa. You should not delay the process, because why? If you establish a company in China, let's say you are a student, you establish a company in China and then you run it with a student visa, as we mentioned many times, then this action is treated illegal because you haven't switched to company visa. essentially it is illegal work, in the eyes of the immigration office. So what we recommend is, if you qualify for work permit, meaning like minimum bachelor's degree, 2 years work experience, non-criminal background check from the country of citizenship, office rental, apartment rental in the city of company registration, and medical check, etc., everything is fine, then establish a company in China, switch to its visa immediately. It means like around 1 or 2 months gap in between. So you have to, like, after establishing the company, you have to immediately switch to its visa, and then it will be legal for you to run this company and then work for your own company. Okay, or else you can just go ahead and start the company in Hong Kong. Why we keep pushing Hong Kong in this instance is because many reasons. Hong Kong related to China, from banking, from different aspects like double taxation agreements, etc., etc. Very easy to transport goods back in China. Like back and forth from China to Hong Kong. If you want to ship out products from Hong Kong, for example, Hong Kong port is one of the best as well. And many other aspects, like I mentioned to you, between China and Hong Kong, transactions are super fast. So you really don't have to worry about. That's why we keep pushing Hong Kong for such people, who don't want to establish a company in China but want to have a running business. So having a Hong Kong company and working with Chinese suppliers is the best structure in this instance. Later on, when you're ready, we still recommend establishing a subsidiary under your Hong Kong company, subsidiary in mainland China, because you will have more options, more functionality when it comes to transactions. For example, China company can have benefits of like returning the VAT, or employ staff, or billing directly, and many other advantages. Basically, we talked about this before. But starting from Hong Kong as a parent company, that's one of the common standard structures that many companies use. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Book a call with me. There's a section to book a call on our website. We can talk about your specific questions there. Also, you can send us an email. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.